Hey guys, what's going on? Crow Murder 15 here with a new episode of Convlog. I know it's been almost a month, maybe a little bit less or more, since I've done an episode, but I just haven't had a lot to talk about, really, to make a full-fledged episode, and I feel like I have enough information and stuff to share with you guys to do a full-fledged, good, lengthy episode. So let's go ahead and get right to it. First off, apologies for having to wait so long. I try to keep everybody posted on Facebook or the YouTube page of what's going on, so I'm trying my best. But anyway, guys, let's go on. There's not actually a lot for Game Bros news, honestly. We're just trucking along trying to get episodes done. And I know a lot of you have been noticing that we've been doing a lot more live stream. Well, not a lot, but more live streams on the weekends. We've been trying to do that a lot more because in the past we've been talking about wanting to try to do more live streams, and we've been noticing a lot more people watching and tuning in, interacting with us. So everybody that's been getting involved, thank you. We greatly enjoy doing live streams and getting to talk to you guys, interacting with you all. So as far as games that we're going to be playing soon, I'm not actually sure. We're still going through Hotline Miami 2 right now, and we're just kind of winging it. We're not really sticking with a particular style of games that we're wanting to do or anything. We're just kind of saying, hey, let's try this game, rather than, oh, we need to do this game, or we need to do this game. We're just kind of trekking along, just picking what sounds good, what sounds interesting. I will say, though, we already do have our plan for our Halloween month, because every Halloween, every October, we always do a Halloween-themed or scary, atmospheric type game. I know we've done, last year we had a ball doing Layers of Fear. I love doing that one, honestly. Eve was another really good one that we did. But we always try to do something like that for October. So, but yeah, we're going to try to still do more live streams on the weekends. We try to... They're kind of on the spot whenever we decide to do one. So... I apologize for any... I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. Like, on the spot, like, hey, we're doing a live stream tomorrow, or something like that, and it's not really well planned out, but we don't really plan these things out. It's like, hey, we feel like live streaming tomorrow. Let's post it up and see whoever wants to do it. But if you have any suggestions for any games for us to live stream, leave them down in the comments below. I'm trying to avoid games that we've done in the past, even though I wouldn't mind going back and playing games that we've already done for the show or live streams. I know we've been doing a lot of Super Mario Maker 2 and Dark Souls 1 remastered, but we're always open for suggestions, so feel free, if there's any particular games you want to see us live stream, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And excuse me, along with the suggestions, feel free to leave a little lengthier games, because I know in the past, like, when we try to do episodes, we don't try to do games that take a lot of time to give you guys variety of episodes. But for live streams, that's a different story, because where we live stream a lot longer than we do for actual episodes, we will be more entitled to play lengthier games. The only thing I request is try to stay away from JRPGs like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, just because of how much time and effort it takes to put into those games to focus on them. So, but anyway, going from Game Bros news to con news, I'm not sure if I've actually talked about this or not, considering how long it's been since I've done an episode of Convlog. But in case you guys have not heard, Whose Line Is It Anime has been confirmed to come back for Tsubasacon 2019. We got the confirmation emails. There's going to be 3 panels that we're doing this year. There's going to be a 18 plus, as always, a PG-13, and this year we're bringing it back because we did it for our 5th year anniversary. We're doing a Q&A session. So times have not been distributed yet of when those events are going to take place during Tsubasacon, but as soon as those do, I will make sure to post them. And if you want to get involved helping us out this year, there's actually a form that you guys can fill out on the Tsubasacon Facebook page. We're looking for requests for the games Scenes from a Hat and the game Whose Line. Yes, there is actually a game called Whose Line in Whose Line Is the Anime, go figure. But we're taking forms, we're taking suggestions, So if you want to be a part of this and put in suggestions, I'll put a link to that description, or put a link in the description below for that, so you can fill out the forms. We'll get them, follow through them, and hey, who knows, maybe your suggestion might be played during one of the shows. Just make sure to follow the guidelines, because there are very specific things, because we want to make sure that the suggestion is suitable for the type of event that we're doing. So if your suggestion is 18 plus, like it's crude or something like that, make sure to put it in the 18 plus and not the PG-13. If you do put it in the PG-13, we'll probably put it in the suggestions for 18 plus, but we might skim by it. So we want to do this as thorough as possible. But yeah, Tsubasacon is coming up. I cannot wait. It's going to be held in Charleston this year, in case you guys missed that news, at the Charleston Coliseum, the newly redesigned Civic Center. I haven't personally seen it myself yet on the inside, but I can't wait. I think it's going to be fantastic. So going from that to personal news, just what's been going on in my life, just a lot, especially this past few weeks, because I've been trying to get things ready for my very last semester of college coming up. My last semester starts around the end of August, around the 19th, and I'm waiting to hear back about my internship. Honestly, I'm kind of nervous about it, but this is going to be for sure my last semester, and I'm nervous about it. I mean, not necessarily nervous about the semester itself, because I know I'm going to do good. It's more of graduating and what to do next. And I know I'll probably feel more comfortable with that as the semester goes on, talking to my advisors in the state about, where job placements would be for this degree and so on. I mean, it's a lot to take in, because it's the first time I've dealt with something like this, but it's not necessarily a scared nervous, it's more of an excited nervous, because where I've taken so long for college, that I'm finally getting to that point in my life that I'm taking the next step to actually getting a career and so on with the degree that I earned. But it's going to be not really tricky, but just because the semester is going to be easy. It really is, because I've got the internship and then 2 classes that I have to take along with it that we had to look over. But it's going to be a good semester. I'm excited. I'm nervous. This is it. December 2019 graduation. I can't wait. So in other news, along with the personal stuff, there's something that I want to ask your guys' help with. And if you don't want to, don't feel free that you have to do this or anything like that. It's just a little request that I have. So there is a contest right now going on D&D Beyond. For those that don't know what that is, D&D Beyond is actually an online source for Dungeons and Dragons. You can create characters. There's digital books for all kinds of different stuff, like the original, just the player's handbook, monster manuals, just all kinds of different resources. Now, the books themselves do cost stuff, and there is a subscription service if you want, but the most I've paid is just $30 for the PAM book, and you get 6 character slots, so you can actually have your character sheet right there in front of you, not having to worry about pens and paper and all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people are really old school about that kind of stuff, which I understand. Trust me, I've played Dungeons & Dragons for years, and just for me personally, I feel like the electronics version just helps me out a little bit better, trying to find abilities, spells, what I can do on turns, what I'm good at, stats, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so D&D Beyond is holding a contest right now to where they're doing a one-off session, and there's some other stuff that goes along with it. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get all the details. My buddy DX Kramer actually told me about this early this morning, and the contest is actually ending today at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I know a lot of you guys watch on the East Coast, but just to get some different times put in. So what the contest is that you have to make a level 3 character that's built on basic rules and submit it, and people get a vote to see if you're going to be put on in this one-off session. So the deadline to turn in your character is going to be at, like I said, at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I already put my character in first thing this morning. So here's how you guys can help. What you could do is go to the D&D Beyond Discord page, and after after the cutoff date to turn in your characters, you can actually react or give reactions to vote to see who is going to be in this one-off session that's actually going to be going on this coming Saturday, August 10th. I forget the time, but it's all on the page and everything. I'll put everything down in the description below. There's going to be a lot of links in this episode, so. But yeah, what I'm asking for you guys, if you guys don't mind joining the Discord, or anybody that's on Discord, to vote for my character. My character's name is Sigil. He's a level, and oh yeah, they had to be level 3 too. He's a level 3 Wood Elf Rogue / Thief. And he's got a really cool backstory that I kind of came up with on the spot, literally within a matter of 5 minutes or so. So if you guys go on there and see Sigil, please vote for him. I would love to do this. I doubt that I'm going to win, but it's just a little contest that I thought DX Kramer showed me, and I thought would be really cool to try to enter, and hey, to see if I can get a one-off on some really cool people with some Dungeons & Dragons play. Other than that, there's one or two other things that I can think of off the top of my head. So a while back, I was talking about getting a part in a podcast called Artemis. Well, it's under new direction now, and episode 1 is almost complete. They're actually starting work on episode 2 right now, and the last time I heard, there was supposed to be a release date sometime for this fall for the first episode, and I'm in that first episode. But I'm not sure as far as the scheduling or anything like that. But when more information comes available, I'll make sure to tell you guys. I highly recommend you to check them out. Actually, just in general, I highly recommend you guys checking out Thrown Together Productions. I've talked about them a lot on here. I've talked about how Ryoko is part of a podcast that they produce called The Glass Appeal. She does an amazing job. Make sure to go check that out, because it's just really cool listening to all this stuff. It's really awesome. If you're into stuff like radio dramas or anything like that, definitely check these guys out. But anyway, there's actually a new podcast, a one-off shot podcast, I think that's what it is, that I'm auditioning for later today. So fingers crossed I might get that part, so if that happens, I'll let you guys know as well. I've got my next top 10 in the works right now. It's going to be top 10 overrated games, and I'm nervous about this one because I know some people can get really touchy on this subject, but it's something I wanted to do and just express my opinion on. But other than that, guys, that about does it. Like I said, I'm sorry that it took so long to get another episode out, but I just felt like not a lot was going on to give you guys a good, full, lengthy episode. Excuse me. Like I said, there's going to be a ton of links in the description below for the Tsubasacon Whose Line page to get your suggestions in for Whose Line's the Anime. The D&D Beyond Discord, if you guys wouldn't mind voting for my character to get in on this one-off session, that would be amazing. Other than that, that about does it, guys. So I will catch you guys next time. Hopefully it won't be as long a wait for the next episode of Vlog. So, but hey, life happens, so we just gotta roll with it. Alrighty, guys, that about does it. So this is Chronometer 15 signing off.